Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth, this is Frizzy Lizzie Stitches, and this is Flosstube number 70. Happy New Year! Today is January 1st, 2025, and this is Flosstube number 70. So it's been like basically a month since my last Flosstube update. The last time I recorded was December 6th, and then the video didn't go up until like the week after. But needless to say, December was a very busy month. And I managed to do quite a bit of stitching and like crafting to prep for Christmas and whatnot. So I have like, I think 7 cross-stitch projects that I worked on. 6 of them I'll be able to show you. And then I crocheted 2 projects that ended up being gifts. And then I started a pair of socks while I was traveling for Christmas. So this video, like, I'm already like in a very chaotic mindset. I was planning to film both my Flosstube update, this video, as well as my 2025 Whip Parade and 2025 Finish Parade today. However, it is almost 3:30 p.m. It is so incredibly gloomy outside, so I'm having to use my ring light, which is not my favorite, just because the natural light is better, but I don't really have that choice today. So anyway, I am feeling a little bit, I guess, like, cluttered. My mind is very cluttered right now, so I might save filming my parade videos tomorrow, because those won't go up for several weeks. But anyway, we're here today. I'm going to focus on a Flosstube update because I wanted to kind of get this update filmed and uploaded so that I could have a clean slate to start the whip parades and whatnot, because I have a bunch of yummy stats that I want to share. This past, or I guess 2024 was quite a year for tracking my stitching and whatnot, and so I have lots of nice data to kind of wrap up and summarize my year in cross stitch. So anyway, with all that said, we're just gonna focus on a normal, good old-fashioned Flosstube update, and I'm gonna jump right into, most of these projects are finishes, so that's kind of exciting. But let's just jump right into the stitching. Okay, I've decided that I'm just gonna start with whatever I put the most stitches in on since my last video, because that is how my little chart is arranged. So the first one is I'm Just Ken, which is a design by me, and this is my finish. There's no reason to show what it's supposed to look like, because this technically would be my model. So this ring light just doesn't do great with the lighting, but it doesn't look terrible. Anyway, it just looks very, I don't know how to describe this kind of lighting. It's very blue toned, I don't know. But anyway, this is my finish. Since the last time you saw this, I put in 1,440 stitches, which basically was finishing out his bottom half, plus I think the word stuff. So yeah, it's complete. I started this like summer of 2023, but then I restarted it in February. Okay, I don't have it written there, but I did originally start it August 11th, 2023, but then I restarted it sometime in February of 2024, and then I finished it December 7th, 2024, so right after I finished filming my last Flosstube update. I worked on this during Jingle Ball, and it was pretty much the only thing I think I worked on. So I finished it while I was participating in Jingle Ball, which was fun. And yeah, so I have talked about this before, but I am planning to finish this as like a cover for a Project Keeper, which is a sewing pattern by Tiger Lily Designs. So I did purchase not only the pattern, but also some Barbie fabric from Riley Blake Designs to make my own Barbie project keeper. So it's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome. But that will definitely be a finish or an FFO. Hopefully, I would like to have it done before I go to Stitch North in the first week of May. So we will see if I'm able to pull that off, because I would love to be able to show off the project keeper with all my friends. So anyway, the fabric that this is stitched on is 32 count Picture This Plus Mercedes, and I stitched it 2/2 with DMC, and this is a lot more stitching than I thought it was when I designed it, so that's fun. But I also was able to take a really nice picture with like the Barbie fabric all around it. And so now if you go to purchase this chart on Gumroad, actually I didn't upload it, I didn't update it on Gumroad yet, but if you go to Etsy, there's a nice new cover photo for the listing, which is exciting. So anyway, that's about it, I think, to say for this one. The next project that got the most work was Positivity Lifts, which also ended up being a finish. And this, I worked on 1,369 stitches since the last time you saw it, and here's what it looks like. So I started this June 26, 2023, and then I finished it December the 27th, 2024. So I finished this while I was with my family for Christmas, and I had prepped this project so that the only things left were fill-in on the words calm, love, and balance. And I was so happy to get this done because I had already put in my initials at the bottom here. So it was nice to keep that true. This fabric is 18 count fiber on OM Aida called Color Happens. And I don't know if I said, but this is a caterpillar cross stitch design. The original design actually is a hot air balloon, hence the title Positivity Lifts, because you're being lifted in a balloon. But I did alter the design so that I could finish it into a hoop. So I basically just eliminated the basket, and then I added some more little doodads kind of around here, and I added in my initials in the year just to help fill out the circle shape. So that's what Positivity Lifts looks like. And I am going to finish this in a hoop, I just don't know when. So it will get added into my project roll, which will be a goal into this year, to make more of these finishes FFOs. Okay, the next project I want to show you is my full coverage, which is Sweetheart Campfire. This is artwork by Thomas Kinkade, and I participated in New Year's Eve 12 by 12 last night. I didn't do a full 12 hours. I only did one project. I did not do a full 12 hours. So really it was like, I guess, an 8 by 1. I started at like about 4 p.m. and then stitched to midnight. And I took like 15-minute breaks every hour. And I managed to get 1,205 stitches in on this project. And this is what Sweetheart Campfire is going to look like. And then this is what it would have looked like in my last update, which I think was like early 2023 was the last time I pulled this out. And this is what it looks like now. So I basically was continuing with my normal pattern of filling in these diagonals. So I think I started somewhere around here and I filled all this in last night. And I have intentions to get this project to 25% in 2025. I'm at 12 point something percent right now, so that's going to be a hefty goal, but I don't want to get too in the weeds about it because I am going to go into more detail about all my goals in my whip parade. But yeah, that's how this is looking so far. Okay, so this project has a total of 164,640 stitches. And I have completed 20,377 stitches. So, and then if I want to get it to 25%, I'm pretty sure I have to do more than what I've done so far. So it's probably like 21,000 something stitches. But anyway, like I said, we'll talk about that later. Hopefully I can actually do that, but I am stitching this on just an 18 count oatmeal Aida, and I am doing 2/1 full cross. Okay, so the next couple charts that I have to show you are both smalls, and they are finished. Neither one of them are FFO'd, but this first one is Candy Claus by Satsuma Street, and this is what it looked like in my last Flosstube update, and this is what it looks like now. So I finished all the stitching and the beading and the sequins and whatnot. I just need to cut this out and put it on, or cut it out and do the put something on the back and put an ornament hanger on there. So let's see if that makes it better to see. But yeah, this was so fun to stitch. I mainly worked on this in the car while traveling this month, and let's see, I started it on November the 29th of this year, and then I finished it on December 16th. So, and it's just stitched on perforated paper that came with the kit, along with DMC, which was like with 2 strands. I know the Mill Hill ornaments call for you to use 3 strands, but this is what 2 strands on 14 count perforated paper looks like. So you can see, like, especially in his boots, that it's not as like full coverage, but I still think it looks really nice. And it's a lot easier to stitch with 2 strands because you can use the loop method without having to have an extra strand of floss in there. So anyway, that's Candy Claus. Okay, the next project that I worked on was another little small, and this is the Lizzie Kate Winter Smalls. I don't think I had this started in my last video. No, I did not. Okay, so you've never seen, this was a SAF between last video and this one. So this is what it looks like. I stitched this on 32 count vintage country mocha, like I did all the other seasons, and I used a custom color and cotton conversion that I pulled together using my stash. And yeah, this is what it looks like. It's so cute, and I'm so glad that all 4 of them are done now. They will be turned into pillows. I do have coordinating pom-pom trim, and I still need to figure out backings for all of them, but that's okay. So the colors that I used for this, I do have posted to my Instagram. So if you find the picture of this chart, design, whatever, on my Instagram, there is a picture that has all of the floss cards laid out so that you can read the names. But basically a dark blue, light blue, a red, a pink, a dark green, a light green, and then a black and white. And I'm pretty sure, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, all but the black and white. Like, all of these are special edition, and then these are like part of their standard collection. So anyway, I used to be in the Floss of the Month Club, and all of the ones from the Floss Club are special edition. So anyway, but that's not to say that they won't make another color really similar to it. So yeah. Anyway, that is my Lizzie Kate Winter Smalls. Okay, and then the last project I have to show you, I did work on 2 more projects, but like I said, I can only show 1 more because the other one is a secret for a little Valentine's exchange that I'm doing with some friends. But this is my last Christmas whip that I worked on this year, and this is Christmas Wreath by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which looks like this. And then this is what it would have looked like in my last video. And then this is what mine looks like now. So it's looking kind of yellow-green on camera, I think, but this fabric is actually very, like, it doesn't look like what the camera's showing. It is called Sand Dollar by Stitch Me, and it is a 28 count Lugana. And this fabric is so soft. I talked in my last video about how nice this is to stitch on, and that is still true. I just added another like 500 or so stitches to this between the last update and this one. So I did not put nearly as much progress into this as I wanted to this year. The month of December just really was honestly crazy, because, you know, we were going out of town for Christmas, and so there was lots of like other stuff that I needed to do to like prepare for that just took away from stitching and relaxing, but that's okay. So anyway, that's what it looks like. And hopefully next year I can get this project to 25%. So anyway, that is my Christmas wreath. Okay, so that is all of the cross stitch that I have to show. The next projects that I want to talk about are a couple crocheted items that I gifted to some family members. So the first one that I crocheted was I crocheted a Dachshund for my sister for her birthday. I worked on this during Jingle Ball, and I think I finished it like within that week, because I was gonna see my sister at a wedding the weekend after Jingle Ball, and I wanted to have it done in time to give it to her. So I'll put up a picture of what it looks like. This pattern is free on YouTube by a designer named Rose and Lily Crochet. And this was my second time making this Dachshund, and it was just as easy to make the second time as it was the first. And I'm super happy with how it turned out. The scarf and the hair bow are not part of the pattern. I made that up and added that myself, but the rest of the Dachshund is to pattern. So I will have that linked in the description box in case you want to make your own little Dachshund stuffy. The next thing that I crocheted was yet again another Santa hat. I do not have a picture of this to show, but it basically looks exactly like mine that I showed in my last video, except for instead of pink for the brim and the pom-pom, I just did white yarn. And this was for my mom for her birthday, and I started this shortly after I did the Dachshund, and I made sure to have it finished before I went home for Christmas so that I could give my mom her present. Her birthday is in December. So anyway, I also crocheted a Santa hat. And then moving on into knitting, I did know that since I was going to be in the car an awful lot, that I wanted to have a sock going so that I could keep my hands busy while traveling. And so I caked up this yarn by Sorella. Hold on. So I kicked up some yarn from Sorella that my friend Liz from Elizabeth Can Stitch gifted me, and this is what it looks like. It is the 1989 colorway, and it was a sock set, so it also came with a coordinating collar, and I have them in these adorable little yarn cozies that my friend Maddie gave me. But I started this sock going to Mississippi, and I already got like through the heel turn and picked up, I'm like doing my gusset decreases right now. So this is what the sock is looking like. There's a bunch of ends up here because I did add some like sport stripes in the cuff with the contrasting color, and then I used the contrast to do the heel turn and the heel flap and the heel turn. Yeah, but this yarn is so dreamy looking. It definitely looks different to me in person than it does on the camera. I feel like it looks more saturated in the camera, but it is super cute. I am doing just a plain vanilla sock. I cast it on 60 stitches, and I did a 2x1 rib for 20 rounds, and then I did 50 rounds for the leg, and then I'm in the middle of my gusset decreases right now. So anyway, managed to get half a sock done, basically, while traveling. So hopefully I can finish this sock relatively soon and cast on the second pair, just to keep things moving. Socks are something that I don't want to like keep around for too long, because since I do knit them one at a time, I want to make sure that I knit them close together so that my tension is similar and the socks match. So not just physically, but or not just visually, but also physically. So anyway, there is my current sock whip. So those are all the things that I managed to craft between last month and now. And now I'm going to, I think, show you some haul. Yeah. So my haul is knitting related. And then, yeah, so let's just get into it. Okay, so first things first, this was one of my Christmas gifts. It's the only Christmas gift I got that was like directly crafty related. So I figured I would show it, but I did get an interchangeable set, like the ChiaoGoo interchangeable set, and I got the 4-inch tips, and it says this is the complete set. So it has needle sizes from US 2 to US 15, and then it has like all the different cables to, you know, interchange them out. So I haven't knit with this yet. But I do have plans to knit a sweater this year, which, oh my gosh, that was a very strong zipper. Anyway, so this is the, you know, very chuggy ChiaoGoo case. Which Liz, by the way, if you make your freaking pattern, I'm going to be making myself a new ChiaoGoo case. Anyway. So this is what it looks like. Has all the little tips in there and then the different cables. And then there's some other accessory stuff in the front pouch. But anyway, I'm very excited to have this in my toolbox now so I can knit myself a sweater. So that's my big plan knitting wise for this year. My other big haul is the rest of my Ruby and Roses yarn advent. Yay! So in my last video, I explained that I ordered this advent back in April, and then it arrived to my house in October, and then I started opening it on December the 1st. So I think in my last video, I would have showed you the first 6 days, and so I kind of very quickly want to show you the rest of the yarn that I got in my advent. And hopefully I will remember to tell you what the name of the yarn is called. So anyway, day 7 was Ice Castle. Day 8 is called Nostalgia. This one's one of my favorites. Day 9 is called Snowed In, which is a very much like pastel compared to the rest of these colors. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna knit with all these yarns, by the way. And this one is called Huga. Very pretty. Number 11 is called Shopping in the Forest, which is green. Number 12 is Let Your Heart Be Light. Another beautiful green. 13, Treetops Glisten. Very neon. Number 14 is the Holly Bears the Crown, which is definitely more of like a blue-green, kind of like the holly leaves. Let's see. Number 15 is Ski Lift. I love this one. I love that so much, and I just dropped it. Yeah, love this one. Okay, and then this next one, I think I was the most excited about this one when I opened it. It's called Cookie Artist. Look how cute that is. It's beautiful. Okay, number 17 is Heirloom. Very pretty pink. Let's see. Number 18 is, I don't know how to actually say this. It's like Christkindl Market. It's another German word that looks like it probably means Christmas market or something. But it's a very cute corally color. Okay, number 19 is called All Is Bright. And it is bright pink. And it looks really good next to, oh wait, day 21. I haven't gotten there yet. Day 20, or sorry, this is day 19, All Is Bright. This is day 20, Caroling. And then day 21 is called Peppermint Bark, which I think looks really good with All Is Bright, day 19. So anyway, okay. I mean, they all look good together, but I just especially like those two together. Okay, and then 22 is called Healthy Dose of Holiday Spirit. 23 is St. Nicholas. or Saint Niklaus. It's another maybe German spelling. 24 is Christmas Eve festivities, which is a very nice like red pink. And then the day 25, which is the full skein, is called Villager. And it looks like this. How beautiful. It's a very like cool tone gray with like a gajillion speckles. Love it. So anyway, like I said, I have yet to figure out what I'm gonna knit with all this yarn. I was thinking I wanted to do a shawl, but then I like couldn't land on a project that I liked. And now I'm like now I'm thinking, oh, well, it might be cool to knit something like more wearable, like a sweater. But anyway, so no, really there's no pressure. But I would like to at least start knitting with this yarn before Christmas time next year. So that, honestly, I might just, we'll see if I get another advent next year. I loved opening up this yarn every day. But I also like don't want to just keep collecting yarn advents and not know what to do with them. So anyway, we'll see how this year goes trying to knit all that yarn. But I would like to try to pick a project and get like it halfway done or so before Christmas time next year or this year. Anyway. So yeah, that is all my haul. Okay, and next up normally would be plans, but I'm gonna skip plans today because I'm about to film 2 parade videos, and well, my like 2025 plans I'm gonna talk about in my 2025 whip parade. So I'm just gonna save all that chat for that video, and then that would lead us into what I've been up to. So as I mentioned earlier, I did go to the Jingle Ball. That was the weekend of that I filmed my video. It's like the first weekend of December. And that was also the weekend that I went to see Wicked, and I loved it. It was so good. So yeah, that was a super fun weekend. Saw Wicked, did the Jingle Ball, finished I'm Just Ken. So that was really good. And then the next weekend, I went out of town to a wedding in Birmingham, Alabama, which is really close to where Paper Crane Yarns is. Her store, Ashley's store, is in Calera, Alabama. And she not only owns a store and sells yarn, but she also dyes yarn, and she also has a knitting podcast here on YouTube, so I'll have her linked below. But it was very nice to get to meet her in person. We follow each other on like Instagram and YouTube and whatnot, and so it was really cool to, I did not like message her in advance telling her that I was coming there. I kind of just showed up. And it was funny because she had been watching my Flosstube that morning before I got there. So it was kind of a cool moment of like, we know each other, but we've never met. So anyway, that was so much fun. I picked out some yarn to knit a stripe hype sweater, which I'm super excited about. The yarn is considered part of my like birthday present, and my birthday is next week. So I don't know about the yarn and because it's a gift for me for next week. So anyway, super excited though, now that I have the ChiaoGoo interchangeable needles, and I've already got my yarn picked out. So that's gonna be so much fun to knit my first sweater. And then aside from that, like going shopping at Paper Crane Yarns, the wedding itself was really fun. It was the first wedding that Bobby and I have been to together as a married couple, so that was cool. And there was like this really cool like little dance video thing that they had where like you stand on a platform and the camera like spins around and does this like, you're supposed to dance and whatnot, and it does like a little slow motion thing. I'll see if I can put it up here. But it was super cute. I did it with Bobby and then my sister and her boyfriend. And yeah, so, and I also got to see, you know, not only my sister and her boyfriend, but I also got to see my parents at the wedding, which was good because I hadn't seen them since like the summertime, I think. And that was the first time that I believe Bobby and I had both seen them together since our wedding in October of 2023. So crazy. Anyway, after that weekend, I think that was like my last week of work, and I was just doing so much to get prepared to go out of town for Christmas. And so Bobby and I left to go to Mississippi on Christmas Eve, and we stayed at my parents for a couple nights, and then we drove like another 3 hours south and stayed with Bobby's parents for a couple nights, and then we went back up to my parents for the last 2 nights, and then on the 30th is when we came back up to Ohio. And so yesterday was kind of like my first full day back at home, which is why I didn't do a full 12 hours for the New Year's Eve 12 by 12, because I was not ready to start stitching at noon. I had so many things I needed to get done, like groceries and laundry and stuff like that. So anyway, it all worked out though. And then here we are today. So I am obviously filming this video right now, and I still need to film my parade videos, which I know I can't stop yapping about in this video. So I think I might have to just film them tomorrow, because this day already feels so chaotic. And now the heater is kicking on, so it's gonna be some weird background noise. But anyway, I'm starting to wander a little bit here. Okay, yeah, so that was kind of the gist of what I've been up to. I don't really have a reading, watching, playing segment this week, or this video. I did see Wicked, which is amazing, and then I just watched some of my favorite Christmas movies, and that was kind of it. I didn't even really read them at all. I finished Wizard of Oz, but I think I finished that in no, I didn't. I think I just said I was reading it, but anyway, needless to say, I don't really have much of an update there. But the last thing that I want to say before I leave is a great big thank you to everybody who has watched my Notion video, and especially extra big thanks to people who have taken the time to use my Buy Me a Coffee link and donate some coffees to the cause. I appreciate your gratitude and your thanks for my efforts putting together that video, and I'm glad that you liked it enough to want to share that with me. So anyway, I did have a great time making that video, and I just love Notion. So if any time I get to talk about it, I will take it. So anyway, but I think that's gonna be it for this little Flosstube update. Kind of on the shorter side, but that's okay, because like I said a gajillion times already, I got 2 more videos coming for you, and they will not be short, because I got lots of plans and I got lots of projects to show, and lots of statistics to get into. So anyway, you can look forward to seeing that in the next couple weeks. I think I'm gonna stagger the videos to do like 1 video release each week. So yeah, anyway, I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you had a Happy New Year, and I'm excited to see what this year holds for us all. And I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!